Hello Virgo gang, welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. My name's Annie. We're going to read your tarot cards today. This will be a general tarot message for Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please come into the reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to learn something, to better yourself, all those good things. If the messages that come through don't resonate with you, feel free to push them aside. You can revisit them at a later date, but sometimes it just might not be your message, so be open to that. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. I was going to say, let's try and have some fun, but it seems like you guys are going to put me through the ringer here first. Before I start, I have to give a huge shout out to Elemental Wisdom Tarot. This is my new deck, and it's amazing. It's so pretty. I'm in love with it. I just got it, and you guys are the first sign I'm using it on, so I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I hope it gives you some good and helpful messages, too, so let's do it. All right, so Three of Swords, little bit of uncomfortable energy. This is a Saturn card, so feeling some constrictions, feeling some pressure, feeling some obstacles, possibly in your love life, in some sort of connection. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be. Eight of Swords, it's like you've come to realize that an offer that was made to you, probably romantically, but it could even be, with your current husband or wife or whoever. Something about it is keeping you trapped. It's not allowing you to pursue what you want to pursue in this lifetime, or someone is sort of pigeonholing, is that the right word? You to be a certain person or act a certain way when you're not. It's almost like you feel like you're having to conform, or like your identity has to change in order to fit in with this suit or this pairing. But that's sort of the whole epiphany to this, is that you don't fit in, but it's not a bad thing. And I think the universe is throwing you for a loop right now in terms of something being a little bit stressful. Ultimately, any 8 in tarot is all about liberation. So for a lot of you, it's liberating yourself from negative thoughts, limiting beliefs about yourself, or of the type of love you deserve. For most of you, that really seems like what it is. And it's probably coming from a more subconscious place where you're not recognizing it. Ironically, this is a Jupiter card, right? So Jupiter meaning abundance, a lot of, but with the Eight of Swords, it's a lot of negative thoughts, or a lot of thoughts that are overwhelming you and sort of crippling you or immobilizing you to move forward. I think for the longest time, a lot of you were settling for less than you deserved. And with Jupiter, maybe you went into this relationship with this contract with this sort of like rose-tinted glasses, like, well, it's going to be so good, and I know it's going to be so great, and, there's things that I don't like about this person or that, but, very Virgo, like, I can change that, I can fix that, or something about it, though, you weren't meant to change and fix, you were meant to sort of, what you're meant to do is edit or change your way of thinking about this thing, but for the purposes of empowering yourself, not sort of settling for less or dumbing yourself down in order to fit into a relationship. Or I'll be honest, if this is representing who or whatever this relationship is with, it's only a page. So there's something very small or very immature about this, but it's possible you were putting this person up on a pedestal thinking they were going to promise you the world and, love eternal and all that. I just have to be honest, with the Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords, we need to liberate ourselves from this heartbreak, or liberate ourselves from this negative chapter in our life, because what you have coming through here is a new offer or a new opportunity, a new platform from which you can build roots and grow them healthy and strong, right? If you are looking for new love, it does seem like it's in the cards. But I will say, let's not just skip over this and wait to get to this, because this to me is saying you have some serious self-healing work to do. So make sure you are putting in the time and effort to really dig deep into your thoughts and give them the time and attention to kind of go to that darker place and understand where they're coming from at a deeper level, right? Understanding that maybe the way you treat yourself has to do with the way your parents treated you, or the way all your exes have treated you. You may have started to absorb with this water energy, particularly if you have a strong, like, watery moon or a water rising. You may absorb what other people think and feel about you and take it on as your story, when really it's not true. It's actually kind of the opposite. This feels like a really important lesson from the universe, is sort of coming into your own and sort of getting, like, declaring your truth. Understanding that you hold power in this situation and that no one should hold power over you in any relationship. Page of Coins, all right, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, some of you, it's like you're not wanting to backtrack, or you're not wanting to admit fault, or you're not really, though, what it is you're not wanting to acknowledge that little voice in your head, or that little intuitive voice of, oh, something isn't right, there are red flags. The thing is, I think you knew it all along. I even see this dress as like a giant red flag, right? But you proceeded with something anyway, and I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to shame you. It's not about that. But this is a lesson for some of you, if this does resonate, to honor that intuition, right? When you hear those voices, or you just feel that feeling that something isn't right, I think you learn the hard way what happens when you ignore that and sort of self-sabotage. So moving forward, when you do enter into a new relationship, make sure that your priority is yourself. Make sure you are protective of your energy. I actually kind of like this Two of Swords. Sometimes I see it in a negative light as being too defensive, but I actually think with what you've been through, you need to be much more choosy and much more selective of who and what you let into your life, and also your body too. There's something about, you may have hung out with a person, whether it was a friend or a romantic suitor, who actually participated in sort of, they may have had substance abuse issues and maybe encouraged you to participate here and there, even if you weren't necessarily an addict. I don't know what this has to do with the whole picture or the whole storyline, but there's a repeated message of being, again, or filtering who and what you let into your life, and being very protective of yourself and of your body and of your heart, of your emotions, right? So you don't feel like you're getting used and abused over and over again, or people who just don't see your value or diminish your value almost in like a bullying way. I think you're beyond that. This whole thing is starting to get you to recognize your own value and your worth, and understanding who and why were you giving it to these people, and what did you get back in return? This is a new start for you. So make sure you invest wisely, right? First and foremost, invest in yourself. What is it that you want to call in? What is it you're being called to build? The Sun. Oh, honor your inner child. Have fun. Be playful. Do something creative. Some of you probably are very skilled artists, even if that's just sort of a casual hobby. It might not be as a career, but, you know, bust out some watercolors or some finger paint or whatever you do, sewing, crafting. I feel like Virgos are big time crafters. Anybody out there scrapbooking, things like that? Do something creative for pleasure, just simply for fun and for joy. That's going to help kind of ease the pain of whatever this sort of serious or heavy situation is. Then you have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you are deciding between your own happiness. And I don't know exactly what this other thing is, but whatever we're weighing it up against, I can tell you, go towards the happiness, go towards the Sun. Maybe it represents doing what's best for your child. Maybe it represents doing what's best for your inner child. Maybe you're juggling some new opportunity with a Leo and then an ex from your past. I don't know. This is by far your most positive card. Honoring your authentic self, vocalizing what you need to say, not editing yourself, not muting yourself to make other people more comfortable. Where have you been sacrificing things that need to be said because you didn't want to rock the boat? Again, whoever's on the receiving end of this, you might be anticipating that they're going to act like a child. And the thing is, Virgo, you're probably right. With a lot of pages coming up, they probably do have a very immature, childlike mentality or way of strategizing or retaliation against you. But that is not a way to validate or justify you having to stay in this very uncomfortable position. This is like shine, let it all out, shine a big old spotlight on what needs to be said, address the elephant in the room, but also remember, don't make this person out to be the monster, right? Because you might be scared or intimidated to express your truth to this person, especially if they screwed you over. It's like you're suffering in silence. You can't put them on a pedestal to be, you know, your dreamboat, but also to be the monster, right? This person doesn't control your life. It's possible that you may have let them or consented to for a period of time, but again, that is all shifting. This is like it's like you're scooping all your treasure back up and bringing it back to yourself. I know that's kind of an odd way of phrasing it, but that's sort of what I'm getting from this card. Honoring your inner child is very important here. I'm being called to sort of say, envision what your life would look like if this person was out of the picture completely. What feelings does that provoke? Does it make you happy? Does it make you relieved? Does it make you sad? Does it make you lonely or lost or confused? That's what I mean. You need to dig deeper into where these ideas and thoughts are coming from, because ultimately I think you're going to realize it's coming from a place of fear, when I think your mindset right now needs to switch to something more positive, to something more lighthearted. Power of positivity. and I know some people are really, they don't like that because it's like, oh, well, that's, rose tinted glasses too. I mean, your mind is a very powerful tool. You know this, Virgo, right? You're a Mercury ruled sign. You have no reason not to believe the best in yourself. Projecting positive outcomes, positive ideas, compliments, however you want to say it, about yourself and your past forward. I think where you've gotten into trouble is that, again, you've either put other people on this pedestal, or when they've shown you their actions or behavior, you still chose to see the best in it. And again, this is by no means trying to attack anybody out there, but does that make sense? Always wanting to see the best in people, that is such a beautiful, admirable quality, except when it ends up fucking you over every time, right? That, like, eventually there has to be some sort of line in the sand drawn there. All right, what else can I tell you? Let's do one of these. This deck is new too. Movie quotes. I don't know if I like it yet. We'll see. Let's see what comes up. Movie quotes tarot. What needs to come out for Virgo here? What can I tell Virgo? My Virgo babes. Yeah, there could be a new opportunity with a Leo. If any of you work with children or are doing work on your inner child, that seems like a really solid way to invest your time and energy right now. Some of you are just going to be hanging out with your kids more. Let's see. The Chariot. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Back to the Future, anyone? Great movie. Great movie. That's The Chariot, right? Marty McFly. The World. This is from Legally Blonde. It is with passion, courage, and conviction, and a strong sense of self that we take our next steps into that world, remembering that first impressions are not always correct. You must always have faith in people, and most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. Oh my God, Virgo, I could not think of a more perfect message to come out. Awesome. If this isn't making sense to you, or if you kind of sort of know what this is, but you're feeling confused, watch these movies. I am dead serious. I know that seems silly and ridiculous, but there's going to be messages in these movies for you. I promise. Go Netflix them right now. See what you can find. What are the themes in these movies? How does that connect to your life? Back to the Future seems like a very kind of like Leo-esque type, finding your destiny, right? I don't know. And again, the idea of kind of maybe going back to the past to right the wrongs. I don't know. I'm not going to do the homework for you. You need to go watch these movies and see what you can extrapolate from them. Last but not least, let's pull you an angel card. I love these cards. I think they're beautiful. Do you guys like them? Elemental Wisdom Tarot. All right, for Virgo, what angel card wants to come out? Let's see. Archangel Chamuel. I don't know how to say that. Chamuel. And probably botch that. Y'all are going to make fun of me. I don't know how to say that. Sorry. That's okay. Unconditional love, heart healing, and self-love. I'm going to go with Archangel Chamuel. How do you say it, guys? His name means he who seeks, or he who sees God. He is the angel of love and the angel of the heart being your own personal portal into the divine within you. He can support you with any love-related issues, including self-love, heart healing, and romantic relationships. This archangel can support you when opening, healing, and activating your heart chakra, higher heart, and expanding your heart chakra. He can also help you to tap into pure, unconditional love from Source. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you with that. Virgo, thanks for joining me today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.